Research has shown that in most professions, the greatest period of growth comes in the early years after the completion of formal education. One of the reasons cited for this growth is that it is in those early years when professionals receive the most immediate and frequent feedback on their work. That occurs because of close supervision and mentors who can observe firsthand how things are going. Pastoral ministry, however, tends not to lend itself to this model. Supervision and mentoring rarely take place in early assignments by people working side by side with the new pastoral leader. Some pastors begin in staff context where there is more of a possibility of this access to helpful feedback. But in most cases, pastors have to find ways themselves to seek the kind of constructive feedback they need. Feedback is essential for growth. Notice how the most accomplished athletes and artists have coaches, teachers, and colleagues to whom they look for feedback, even as many are setting new standards for excellence in their fields. I'm reminded of cellist Pablo Casals. When he was interviewed in his 90s, the interviewer asked why, as the acknowledged greatest in his field, he continued to practice 4 hours a day, even on days when he was to perform. His reply was, "I think I can detect improvement." Asking for and receiving feedback is at the heart of how leaders grow. The 360-degree feedback method has emerged as one of the most helpful ways for good leaders to become better. People in all fields use such instruments because they work. They give leaders a clear picture of how they are doing through reports from a range of respondents. The anonymity of individual respondent scores leads to candid evaluations, and the number of respondents prevents any one person from unduly skewing the results. While feedback is critical for leadership growth, other elements are also needed. Great leaders do not start out that way. They learn from their experience. Merely having a great deal of experience, however, does not lead to good leadership. Experience is a great teacher, but only when people learn lessons from that experience and change behaviors based on those insights. It also helps if the experience is challenging, but not overwhelming. There can be too much challenge. If someone is so overwhelmed by the gap between their ability and the assignment, only frustration occurs. Likewise, if there is not enough challenge to require new expertise and learning, then leadership growth is more difficult. No one can grow without a network of support and encouragement. This includes those with whom they work, as well as personal support sources. Leaders grow by building on their strengths while they learn new skills and manage their weaknesses. Pastoral leaders have a right to expect that they can work with a core of church leadership that appreciates them and wants only the best for them. Leadership is always about a group, and no leader can reach maximum effectiveness without being embedded in a network of colleagues, co-workers, and friends who share basic values and goals and extend mutual care and concern for one another.